you. I'm reporting back from workshop 4, which was all about data sharing and signal sharing. So it's not just online crime and scams that have a digital element. Even if you have your bicycle stolen in the Netherlands, there's likely to be an international data element to solving that crime. The legal and regulatory landscape is daunting. It's complex, and we unpacked a lot of the detail of that with an expert legal panel. The big platforms are disproportionately affected by the requests for data. So if you think about flows of data across the Atlantic from the EU to the US, it's extremely asymmetrical. The requests go to the big platforms, and the requests in the opposite direction are less, let's say. So it's difficult, but there are signs of change. There are signs of hope. The OECD member states agreed a set of principles a couple of years ago for data sharing. The Budapest Convention, which has, I think, nearly 70 signatories, member states signatories, agreed a second additional protocol. And in the EU, the E-Evidence Act has passed, which gives a sort of balancing legal duty to go with and alongside the GDPR. So there are green shoots of hope, according to the panel. And the final hopeful message from the legal panel is push back on your lawyers if they're telling you no, because there are lawful pathways through to data sharing. And we heard with the next sort of strain in our panel, if you like, the next themes in our panel was to hear from successful examples of data sharing at the national level, and we heard examples this morning in the plenary. So first we heard from CIFAS about their new system to support the UK authorised push payments regulation. We then had case studies in another panel from BT with the Share and Defend initiative, ECP in the Netherlands, the Platform for the Information Society, and CIFAS itself celebrating 35 years of successful data sharing. And and the strong messages from those presentations were: it's possible. You do the governance and legal analysis alongside the technical solution. You're transparent. You work with many stakeholders, including, where possible, your privacy regulators. Next up, we heard from Google on how they perceive the fight against scams. And one of the things that struck me listening to their presentation is even a platform as huge as Google, they are saying they do not see the whole picture. And no matter, if according to them, if you think about scams as like pollution, we can have our beautiful islands where we all sort ourselves out, and we are hearing lots and lots of these initiatives here today. But until we join up those islands in some way, we're still only going to be seeing part of the picture. And finally, my colleagues at the DNS Research Federation showed a short film and discussed the elements of DAP.live and how proud we are to be working with you, Yuri, with the Global Anti-Scam Alliance to try to create a global data sharing or signals sharing environment with DAP.live and the Global Anti-Scam Alliance in the Cybercrime Exchange. So that's it from us. Thank you very much to all the people who attended and asked questions, and to our panelists. Thanks.